San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco 49ers.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the Jags.
They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And we've seen the flashes throughout his 4 years in the league, but he's coming off an injury-riddled season where he only played 10 games. Has to eliminate the costly turnovers at 52 in 4 seasons, and he's hoping the new coach Liam Cohen can unlock his untapped potential, and it has to happen right now.
Slot man moves right.
Lawrence going to put it up right away. He'll get that underneath ETN.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. It's a good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
ETN up the middle. And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he gets this up past the 40.
Taken down at the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And a Jaguar first down.
On first down, right back to ETN.
And boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Second and a couple. On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
33-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On the ball, here's Allen. They see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Brought down back
They'll
at the
wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Towards the end zone for Brown. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. De'Ami Brown, 35 yards.
And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, You want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive, he burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Jaguars 7, 49ers nothing.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's De'Ami Brown who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
A tough time a season ago, his team missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. But he does remain one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. He's completed over 67% of his passes for his career. We know he's efficient. Now he wants to be spectacular and get his team back to the big game.
Play action. Now Purdy.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
Good sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
The ball on the 32. It's second and 2. And he's going to use his legs here.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 at
well,
the 40-yard line.
He is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Tyson Campbell up to make the stop.
No gain on
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Second down, and right back to McCaffrey.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of a yard.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one down the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Yeah, he was looking for the check up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's second down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Now Lawrence. Screenplay. Here's ETN.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Now 3rd down and 7. Lawrence will throw.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Logan
On
Cook
4th down on his Logan Cook to punt. Catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line.
The Niners take over.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey.
And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Purdy off the play fake. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now Purdy.
That's caught out late by Jennings.
Well, he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is going to be stuck cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down
All-around
behind
great
the line
play
of
by
scrimmage.
Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Purdy.
This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Now again, right side McCaffrey. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
But they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to power it in with Houston. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
No gain
on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
McCaffrey will score. Touchdown, 49ers. And they drew up the counter there and worked to let them on the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jaguars back with it on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The drive started with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Looking long for Thomas.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions, and then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
They start out the ground with McCaffrey.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Devin Boyd on the stop.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Well, that one hurts. That wipes away what would have been a big play.
Still second
You and
down.
I both know coaches aren't real big on silver linings, but at least that play call was a successful one. Now the focus offensively, that goes to overcoming the penalty and making all that yardage back again.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings.
To
Will go down as a
Jennings.
gain of 6. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing here, Purdy.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a 1st.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank.
They go play action here. Purdy.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Tyson Campbell on the tackle.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away.
San Francisco.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
On the stop.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now Lawrence to throw. That's complete to Parker Washington.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
A gain of
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
1st down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Complete to
a gain of 8 there on the play.
It's a gain
and
of
they'll be
8.
left with 2nd and a couple.
And 2.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
They'll run the jet sweep to Brown.
Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here's Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
1st down, Jacksonville.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the first down.
Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball.
They bring him in off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Operating from the gun, Lawrence.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
He'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
And the 49er first down.
He's settling in nicely here in the first quarter running the football. Remember, he already has the touchdown run.
And you can feel the vibe, can't you? He's in unison with his offensive front. They are in concert together. So if you're flipping over to the other side of the line of scrimmage, they've got to be more physical and handle some of these gaps that have been created.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35.
62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Back to throw, Purdy.
This is Jennings. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in his first half. It's a first down.
Yards. That's another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Purdy will set up to throw here. He'll find Farrell open left side.
And all the way down inside the 5-4. That puts him in excellent position. First and goal after a gain of 19.
49er. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
We'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the 49ers have taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right. With his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Good.
That time a 6-play drive.
14.
And it's finished off by a receiving touchdown from Christian McCaffrey.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
A nice little juke. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start with the ground here on first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brought down by Mike.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Now a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
First down, Jaguars.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Grossmeyer's getting in there to make the play.
5 yards.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Lawrence. It's hit and the ball is free. And this is going to be 49er football. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
On their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just one.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Now 2nd and 9. Purdy looking to throw.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your third-grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 13. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Hands it off out of the gun. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he'll take this forward to the 27.
On the stop. It's a gain of 6. And a Jaguar 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Here's Allen. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
Winters on the stop.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
On the other side of midfield at the 45.
61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive
gain of 13 yards.
Good run
First
there.
down, Jaguars.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling.
Thomas Jr. It's a gain of 6. And a Jaguar first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Touchdown, Jacksonville.
22 yards.
And the Jaguars have retaken the lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
Makes the score Jaguars 17.
So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. 14. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. Able to slither by.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take
The 49ers settling in for their next drive.
27-yard
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10.
At their own 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Tyson Campbell on the
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Let's stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And they'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here's Purdy.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's caught at the 10-yard line. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for the Niners. 57 yards.
49er first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there. A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Purdy now to throw.
Flushed out right. And across the track into the end zone. It's a 40-yard touchdown. Brock Purdy. A 3-yard touchdown run as they have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Niners 21.
Just a 4-play drive
Jaguars
that time.
17.
And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
42-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, he's hoping to keep it close, so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 22
105 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington.
Lawrence's pass.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that'll bring up second down.
7. Brings up second and 3 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he was slow to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
In motion goes the tight end. On first down, they drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown.
Lawrence's pass.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
Brings up
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now a 2nd and 2.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
Jacksonville.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at him and right up the middle.
The ball carried by
no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1.
No gain on the play. Leads to
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
He is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brought him down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
2nd down and 6 now.
Forward only up to about the 7.
Taken down. It is
only a yard in the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up
just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Niners on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or 2 shy of midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
The play fake. Here's Lawrence.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Yeats one Voice Matos.
That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Now Lawrence.
Got a man. It's Brown. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
It's a gain of 3.
3rd down and 13.
Is 3rd down.
Now Lawrence.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
For the field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a three-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Lawrence will throw. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Jaguars have yet again retaken the lead.
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Jaguars
A drive
24,
there, just 4 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way out to the 40-yard line. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively.
And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now Purdy.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
By Trayvon Walker.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
2nd and 13.
As they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Purdy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
3rd down and 13.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to Jennings over the middle. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own
the Jaguars offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here.
The The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
At the 29-yard line.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with three receivers to the left on second and less than a yard. Operating from the gun, Lawrence shrugs him off. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts.
On the play.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Pardon, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again.
To Allen on the dump off.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. It's been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter three?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14.
First down, San Francisco to pick up 14 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
McCaffrey. And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48.
91 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up second.
They've been running it well all game, and why not? The big guys up front, they're just having a ball, creating monster holes for their guys to run through.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
McCaffrey on the counter. Oh, what a juke into space.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Brings up second.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
This is McCaffrey on the game. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Throwing here, Purdy.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The coverage maybe too deep that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
49er. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Remember, Brandon, he ran for a touchdown earlier, so his decision to go ahead and tuck it and go again turned out to be a wise one.
And the decision is what is important here. He has made some good decisions on when to tuck it and go.
Now this time they'll throw, and here's Purdy.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Purdy's pass.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
A 6-yard
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 5, 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. Purdy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
For Christian McCaffrey.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. Just a split second too late on the release.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down.
Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
For Ricky Pearsall.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
On for the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chip in.
Attempt.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Allen, nifty footwork.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2.
And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
Oh, what a move. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
18 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. This will be snapped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
It's a game
while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
Carry for Allen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Brought down back at the 45-yard line.
We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And that's going to be incomplete.
Intended for Brenton.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Logan Cook now,
as
he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll take this one after about the 23. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Here's a second and 5. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
From the gun on 3rd down, Purdy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch signal for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Jaguars offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Lawrence.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He's got Thomas yet again, complete.
Lawrence's
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
They'll run the Downer. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Lawrence on the sneak. And he will have a Jaguars first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
And a Jaguar first down.
Here's Lawrence.
Washington's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards for number 11.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up
and he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now 2nd and 3.
On the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now receiver in motion left.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Touchdown!
De'Ami Brown
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, yeah, I give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Jaguars.
A 10-play drive that time.
And it's De'Ami Brown who finishes things off with a touchdown reception.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll go down as this driver start at the 25-yard line. The Niners offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And you have to imagine this defense saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the third quarter.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ricky Pearson.
72 yards.
And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Eddie Pinheiro now to add the extra point.
And that will tie our game here in the third quarter.
That ties the game.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his third touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. A handoff as they run the counter play.
And we'll get a couple up to the 29.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
They go play action now. Lawrence. That's caught. It's Strange, the tight end.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
18 on the play. And a Jaguar first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll run on first down. Allen. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Yeah, very smart play right there. Pocket collapsing around him. Love the way he moved around a little bit and avoided the sack.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Lawrence. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, the Jaguars.
Brian Thomas.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved out in front.
Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And they will take a 7-point lead.
49ers 31.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
It's a
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Purdy now to throw.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
Purdy's pass.
That'll go for a gain of 7.
Check.
And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Makes it 3rd
It's pretty
and
easy
2.
to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Purdy looking to throw.
Well, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be fourth down.
Incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he's taken down at the 43, right before picking up the first.
It's a gain of 2.
They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth.
He's been tough for this defense to handle. Over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers. Let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 in the first.
Gain of 16 yards. That's another 49er. First
I like the design that we're seeing right there.
Line.
This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down by Travis Hunter.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
On the play.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you get in shape.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Niners on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is third and 11. Here's Purdy.
And that is incomplete.
Pass thrown away and incomplete. It's now fourth down.
A big one coming for kicker Eddie Pinheiro.
He hit his first one. This from 44 yards out now.
This is up and good from Pinheiro.
And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take for 3, and I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
Lawrence's pass.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Lawrence will throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. And the Jaguars are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
But they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
Allen, no signal, and now they say he did not get in. He is stonewalled at the 1.
Calling no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And they'll run again. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Jaguars.
So that drive in total 8 plays.
34.
And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That's complete to his tight end, Farrell.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
He was brought down by
no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Trying to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll go down at the 28.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's another.
The drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 7 yards away. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here?
The 49ers.
Purdy will throw for it. Pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
49ers 40.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Jags offense and Brian Thomas getting set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go around.
24-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one. And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Gain of 4.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
This offense so far on third down, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 8. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't give it to him. It's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Returning it is Moore.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression, jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start.
You got motion there. You got motion there right there.
Up the gun, McCaffrey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This is 2nd and 8. Purdy from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing here, Purdy. That is caught. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
9 yards. And the 49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
He was tackled at the 27.
Nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Over the middle, complete. It's Jennings. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Purdy had a sneak. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
First down.
It's been a good drive so far, and they just wanted to keep it going. So they call low risk, low reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Hey, I got him. That's me.
McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Devin Lloyd.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Purdy. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side. So no gain on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
No gain on the play.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 41-yard line.
A good pickup there at 22.
49er. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
On the play.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Shotgun now with Purdy. They'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Purdy's pass.
They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
A loss of a yard.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Purdy, big 4th down play. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing.
So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
In motion, the tight end. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
We'll get this to about the 38.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
Logan Cook.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Here's Moore on the return. And 8-yard return there after a punt of 47.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So Purdy and the Niners down by 5. A minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Throwing, Purdy.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jennings.
Complete to
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Purdy to throw.
That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Jennings.
Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
A big play looming on 3rd down. Here's Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Huge first down. Got to hurry.
Yeah, now they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
43-yard line.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. To throw is Purdy.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up 2nd and 15.
Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Purdy to throw. A throw inside for Pearson is complete. And this is not going to be what they need. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Purdy with one final shot here.
And dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one to a close.
Yeah, I think Hope was wearing one jersey and Worry was wearing another on the other sideline as that final snap played out. Now, we've seen some incredible plays to win games before, but in this case, I think the distance was just a little bit too great for it to happen here.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Santa Clara. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And leading them out, their signal caller. Now it is 4th season in the NFL.
The secret to his game and his success? Incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet him before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackle we want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Got the connection here to Bourne. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move got him a couple extra on the play.
That's a gain.
That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Purdy looking to throw.
Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guys' pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Here's McCaffrey.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Tyson Campbell on the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground.
At the
but how about the guy who
line.
made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. Now the ball comes loose. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Devin Lloyd on the
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They're running, getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because before already.
Emmanuel Ogba that time, able to drop him for a loss.
Really talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Eddie Pinheiro.
Now for the field goal try. Here's Eddie Pinheiro.
37-yard
This will be a 37-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10.
So here's the first drive down for the Jags.
They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and is doing everything in his power to follow through.
That's complete. It's Brian Thomas.
And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44.
19 yards.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And a Jaguar first down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
A fake on the jet sweep. Now Lawrence on play action.
A pickup of about 4 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Running out of the gun with ETN.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken down.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
They'll send Brown in motion right.
Here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
At the 9-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jacksonville.
Trevor Lawrence.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
49ers 3.
So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it was capped off by Trevor Lawrence taking it in himself.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal. And I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Open man is born.
Purdy's pass.
They'd love to just start back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll run with McKinnon.
someone with vision
First
and good
10 at
footwork
the
and handling a
37-yard
little bit of
line.
power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Now Purdy. That is caught. Downfield is Pearsall.
And he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That's good.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Leads to second
No
and
surprise
10
at all. They're looking for the big man
35-yard
early
line.
in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Second and 10.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Purdy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down. I do believe, yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
49er first down.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They go play action here. Purdy.
That's caught out right by Jennings. And across the trail. It's a 49er touchdown.
Jerome Jennings.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the 49ers have regained the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Niners 10. Jaguars 7.
So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
Oh, good move. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
23-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Lawrence's pass.
Zone coverage there, they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
A shotgun snap and again the ETN.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Now Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for a 49er touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. The scoop and score always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 27.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away.
A loss of 2.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
A short throw there to Strange.
2 yards on the pickup there. That brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
2 on the play.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to launch it for Washington. And unable to connect, incomplete. I give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Taken in at the 22. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
At the 29-yard line.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here's Purdy.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Third
I
and
like the
3.
thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on third down.
Throwing here, Purdy. That is caught. On the move, pass from 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Pass caught by Pearson.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
To Ricky
Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
Again, running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
It's a gain
Well
of
done
2.
to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Purdy from the gun on third down.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Hey! First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Oh, man. Just when the D thought they had the answer for him, he went and changed the question. Surprises him by taking off himself. Is able to set up his offense pretty with a first and goal.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Robinson is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
It's a loss of 2, now third down.
A loss of 2 on the play.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. And this is going to be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. Fourth down.
And goal.
Great defense there on third and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
On for the field
From
goal.
the right hash here. Should be an easy one.
Attempt.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Eddie Pinheiro
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro.
And he returns this to the 22.
Over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
Taken down by
Jair Brown on the stop there.
1-yard gain.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Lawrence will throw. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Washington.
Lawrence's pass.
So the completion results there in 9 yards.
Washington.
And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard.
And this is third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lawrence on the sneak. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First down, Jaguars.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third.
Lawrence now to throw after that last run.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got it inside the 10. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas.
66 yards.
And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score.
Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw.
On a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Josh Hines-Allen
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
At the 14-yard
So, Charles,
line.
no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jennings.
Complete to
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play.
That's a gain of 5.
And they'll be facing
Brings
a
up
third and 12.
Purdy now to throw.
Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
11 yards.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down.
On third down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Thomas
On fourth down, the Niners send out the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The visitors' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now. Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because they only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Taken down at the
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd
Oh, there's
and
plenty
9.
of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Another toe for ETN.
Just shy of the 40. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
Jacksonville.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
ETN up the middle.
Flexing his muscle at the 30. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First down, Jaguars.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Yito Gross Matos. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
And the Jaguar.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Lawrence.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offense. defenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Allen here on the screen. He's brought down after a pickup at 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas
With his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
and the Jaguars take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal. That looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. In motion comes the tight end left. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop. A tackle for loss.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss.
They'll get this to Jennings over the middle.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 3.
He's moving! He's moving, boys! He's moving!
Shotgun now with Purdy. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion. And that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here.
And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
18 on the play. First down, Jacksonville.
On the counter, ETN. And if there was a lane there, closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down.
That was a really nice play. Able to stack that one up. But they get back in the huddle. He's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
On second down, ETN once more.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He was brought down.
And there was some of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Lawrence.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Back to the ground with ETN.
And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Brenton Strange.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This from 32 yards away. And this one is right through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now.
24.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
For the Jaguars.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The
49ers offense making its way back out there.
24-yard
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10.
At their own 24. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 33.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 34-yard line.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
McCaffrey on the toss right. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Tackled back at
I really like what he did
line.
there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
Purdy looking to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Tackle made at the 47.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Second down, right back to McCaffrey.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. A combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
It's starting to rack up the yardage here in this first half. 5 catches now and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Purdy.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's
Well,
now
it hasn't been a banner first half for the
30-yard
defense trying to
line.
cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Purdy. He's got his big tight end Farrell complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
9-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Ricky Pearsall.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners have yet again retaken the lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that one gives him a 3-point lead.
Makes the score
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
24.
And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard
The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And we are hitting the home stretch here toward halftime. And to this point, this has been an exciting offensive explosion for both sides.
I think everyone in the stadium is going to have to regroup a little bit, including the two of us. Yeah, I think we have to get a little oxygen, relax a little bit, and see what we can get going for the second half. The same as these teams, because right now everything's working really well. Can someone come up with something to slow them down?
Yeah, both defenses back on their heels. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Here's Lawrence to throw. The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Now Lawrence.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Taken down at the 41.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts.
And the Jaguars.
As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left.
10 yards
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that will get you out of that spot they want to get into. taking the cheese, or don't go for the mousetrap. It's hard to do. When you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
First down, Jaguars.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence.
And this one is incomplete.
So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hanson with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson with you from the EA Studios in Orlando. This has been a heck of a game so far. Just a field goal separating these two squads. You have to imagine both sides are trying to figure out how to clean things up, put some touchdowns up in the second half. Let's find out what goes on in the third quarter. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown.
We've sat in a lot of meetings, and they always talk about the offense taking advantage of beginning a half. Well, special teams coaches don't listen to that. They want to take advantage with their own unit, and they just did.
Yeah, they trailed in the locker rooms, and they changed that immediately.
I think they drew that one up special. That felt like something he pulled out of his pocket that he'd been holding for a while, and they were able to use it effectively.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
31, 49ers 27.
So let's try this again after the kick return, TD. Here's yet another kickoff.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Niners take
Here's a
over
look at the
first and
49ers
10
offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
Carryover from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on the QB.
To the sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Completes it to Jennings. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both keepers have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Out right to Bourne. And past the 35, will be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and 10 at
and with that last play,
line.
he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Second and 10.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back out.
That's complete to his tight end, Farrell.
Purdy's pass.
A gain of 8 there on the play.
Farrell.
And now that sets up third and 2.
Brings up
And there wasn't much room for the big
2.
tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on third and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
He was taken
A
down
loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
A loss of a yard.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
Makes the score.
So give him 3 on that
31.
drive. You know, normally you'd say,
49ers,
we'll take
30.
it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
After the field goal, on to kick it away, it's Pinheiro. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying